So how did we get so far from judging a person on the content of their character or their meritocracy versus the color of their skin? Like, how did we end up here?
I think two things happened. One was that I do think some people with good intentions thought it was a way to remedy historical injustices. I think they were wrong. And I think evidence is proving they were wrong, that a lot of the injustices that people face have less to do with their skin color and more to do with class or the circumstances that they're born into, which you cannot predict based on what someone looks like. So I think that was a mistake, but I think there were some good intentions there. But that has been matched with what I think are much more cynical intentions, which is there are people in positions of power, and I would argue that the Liberal government here in Ottawa is an example of this, who like to use these sort of race-based policies to look as though they're very generous and charitable and considerate of others, while everyone's life gets harder and the quality of life goes down and the wait lines at hospitals are longer, and it's just a way to make it look like they're thinking of others when actually they're not doing much for anybody at all.
And I guess there's an unintended consequence, and that is the quality of services go down, or economic activity goes down, GDP goes down, because there's a substantial portion of the economy that's hiring people not based on being the best person for the job, but rather because they check an identity box.
Yeah, I mean, it's the destruction of meritocracy. And I think most people, regardless of what you look like or where you come from, deep down inside know that, hard work and being talented and doing well in school and trying hard in your job should mean something. And the fact that there are people who are being denied jobs because of things out of their control, based on things of where their parents come from or what they look like, I mean, that's just not right. But even for people from minority communities like myself, I mean, the government will openly just say, like, they don't think we're good enough. And that is a very paternalistic kind of racism that, people have been dealing with for a long time. And I think the idea that we're supposed to think that that's a compliment or that's a good thing, I mean, when the government literally will say, in writing, they do not hire the most qualified candidate because they believe you cannot find the most qualified candidate from minority communities, that is not something a government should be comfortable saying to the public. And yet they say it openly as if it's something we should all accept and just take on the chin.